Imagine you are cruising down the highway in your BMW or Audi and that dreaded check engine light pops up out of nowhere. You plug in your scanner and find a P0598 code staring back at you. This code basically means your engine is having trouble talking to its electronically controlled thermostat because the control voltage is running too low. Now, most older cars just use a simple wax thermostat, but your high-end German machine uses a computer-controlled system to squeeze out every bit of fuel economy and power possible. When you are just cruising at partial throttle, the computer lets the engine run a bit hotter to save fuel and cut down on emissions. But the second you step on it and put the engine under load, it drops the temperature to give you maximum power. Only a few manufacturers like Mercedes, Jaguar, and Volkswagen use this sophisticated setup. When you see this code, you might not even feel a difference in how the car drives. But your temperature gauge might start acting weird, sitting way too high or way too low depending on where the thermostat got stuck. To fix this, you should first get your hands dirty and check that electrical connector on the thermostat housing. These things are notorious for getting loose or covered in green corrosion that kills the signal. You can actually clean that off with some baking soda or by carefully scraping the pins before applying some electrical grease to keep moisture out. You also need to make sure your coolant level is topped off because low coolant can cause the electronic thermostat to overheat and throw this exact code. If the wiring looks good, you are going to need a multimeter and an infrared temperature probe to see what is really going on. You will be checking the resistance values on the thermostat side and comparing them to what the manufacturer says it should be at specific temperatures. If you see zero voltage coming from the engine management computer side, which is the Motronic system, then the computer itself might be the problem, though that is the least likely cause. Most of the time, it is just a bad thermostat unit or a break in the wiring harness that needs to be tracked down and repaired to get your cooling system back in perfect sync. If you do not have the right tools like a volt-ohm meter, it is probably best to take it to a shop that can read these specific resistance values and identify the pin locations correctly for your specific engine size.